Hey, what's happening, people? It's me, RDV, and as always, we have my twin.
You can't
And this,
say
this
as always. I wasn't here last week, so clearly not always.
you were here in spirit. Actually,
I
you were in,
was.
and you were
I
in the
was in
chat
the
too.
chat, wasn't I? Didn't I say some stuff in the chat? That's right.
Exactly, you're in the chat. Last week we had Skip and Tosh. We actually had a good no amount of comic books. Talking about
Yeah.
here. So welcome back, and
Thank you.
we are talking about the books coming out this week, as obviously. And what we do on here in top five, we each take 5 books from each of our pull lists that we think they're going to be the best 5 books of the week.
That's right.
And then on Thursdays, we will go over where they're best of the week, and we'll actually see if the books that we read and bought actually are still the same top 5 that we like. Someday I'll join you.
This is like our guessing game, kind of.
Kind of like that.
It's kind of like placing bets. Like okay, I got money on Batman or Super, whatever. I'm just
Usually I pick out the books that I know I'm gonna like, and I usually works out the way they're gonna be in my top 5. Mm-hmm. It's only when I get those Marvel books, when I get a chance to read those are usually the toss ups, because I don't know if they're gonna be, depending on what's coming out. Like this week's Daredevil.
Yeah,
Daredevil could be better than World's Finest, or World's Finest could just still be the best of all of them.
Yeah, it's tough. It almost feels like I'm talking sports brackets, like one team's better than the other team. That feels weird. I don't know if I like the Breen's probably laughing at that right there. But yeah, no, I totally feel it's like this week is like a really big week, like the A-list titles that I get, like the top ones are
I mean, we also have as far as the writers, we got those Colin and Lansing, and I forget the other guys. The other guy that goes words with him too. Yeah. Those two writers.
Is it Kelly?
Kelly and Lansing?
Jackson Kelly? I think it's Jackson Kelly.
Probably that's what it is, yeah. Yeah. But those guys are writing. Those guys are writing for Marvel and DC. Ram V is writing for Marvel and DC.
Right.
So, and their books for each company comes out every other week. It's like, so it all depends, They
got a lot of plates spinning.
But so far lately, I've been a DC guy since I came back to comic books 2019. It's been really weird. I'm not liking it. I mean, I'm liking the DC stuff, but I'm just like, I was always like a Marvel guy before this, and like I'm now. DC's been putting out stuff, the cartoons and stuff, and just the Justice League. Marvel is just kind of like, they don't know what they want to do. I mean, when you ruin my number one character, Spider-Man, you just totally ruin the character because you don't understand him. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. I mean, because Thor was being ruined. A lot of them. I just got the point where I just started leaving. I just started going independent stuff. So yeah.
I actually, it's just like I was showing you, I was reorganizing all my comics this afternoon. I found out I have a lot more, even with back issues, I have a lot more DC than I do Marvel. Oh. Maybe it's because Marvel is just more expensive or more collectible, maybe, but yeah, I've got a ton more DC.
For those who don't know, one of Zach has as many variants. Apparently, one of his variants is laying the head was killed by Froggy. He was actually a puppet on the channel. Actually.
Oh yeah, you see that, right? Yeah, I found him in the closet.
Wow.
Right next.
Did someone else say hello to you? That was in the closet.
Well, there's no puppeting.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about that. There's no pixel. It's a very small
hello to Mr. Breen.
Yay, Mr. Breen. But yeah, I can see. I actually showed, like, these are the ones I still have to put away. These are all DC.
Look like close to the box. I didn't see the boxes before. I just saw the on the floor.
Oh yeah, you've got some boxes back there.
He just goes further into the hallway and just keeps going.
Oh no, the hallway is this way, the opposite direction.
You got a walk-in closet?
No, not really. I mean, it's just like a little shallow closet. It's deep enough to where I can put some short boxes in there. But anyway, I'll give you all the full tour of my little man cave some other day. Now we're here to talk about comics.
I look forward to that video. on Zach's channel, My Little Man Cave.
It'll be much shorter than Breen's comic cave tour. It'll be much shorter.
All right, since
Like,
you're
here's
back,
my closet. That's it.
Zach's closet. That's your go. Yes, maybe we'll see Pixel there.
I hope not. God, that'd be strange.
There's a monster in my closet. Hello, everybody.
With the fingers. It's like salad fingers.
And then you see the fingers coming out of the closet. Oh.
Hello, for what? For what?
Just scurrying.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's terrifying.
Who needs to watch Aliens when you just have Pixel with his long fingers? He just grabs you.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So,
Whew.
top 5. We're gonna count down from 5 to 1.
Going from 5 to 1.
Want to give me your number 5?
Sure, number 5. Good to be back saying that. My number 5 book coming out this week. It's a little bit more of a fun one. Vinkman's probably gonna roll his eyes at me. It's Fortnite Marvel Zero War number 3. It's fun, but at the same time, it's just Christos Gage does really do a good job with the story. This series is not taking itself too seriously. It knows what it is. It knows it's based off a video game, but he has a lot of fun with the characters. On the one hand, you've got the Avengers that are in the Fortnite world, and then you've got a few heroes that are in the Marvel world. It's kind of these twin story threads running alongside each other. The art has been good. Not that is not representative of what's in the book. I saw that cover and I thought to myself, why? Peach
It's
Momoko?
elegant. It's brave.
It's
Peach Momoko.
It looks like 2 10-year-olds that are about to go out and shoot other people. No, the Laniel
Is
Francis
it Lady Jane or is it Black Widow?
I think.
Why is her nose so messed up?
Well, that's one of the Fortnite characters, the redhead. I think the other girl probably is too. I don't think either of those are
I did not
Marvel
see this
characters.
one though.
That is one that I really want, but I think that's a 1 in 50.
Yeah, that's
I think it's a
1 in 50 by Chu.
By Derek Chu, I think his name is. Yeah, Derek Chu. I would love to have that one, but I'm probably not going to be able to find it. The one I'm looking at is mainly the Laniel Francis Yu, which is the cover A. The Laniel Francis Yu just does good work in general, but there's also a Ron Lim variant, which looks all right.
Get the Frank Cho cover. There you go.
The Frank Cho one looks pretty good with the Venom on there, and I think that's White Tiger. Or Iron Cat. I'm not sure who that is. That might be a Fortnite character.
It's probably a Fortnite character because
Storm's on there with the OG costume.
It shows Wolverine, Spider-Man, Iron Man, but I'm not sure who they are in this.
Carlos Pacheco cover is kind of cool. I do like Carlos Pacheco's art style, and I like Hawkeye with the classic costume. I'm kind of wondering now if they're going to introduce bows and arrows in Fortnite now. I haven't played Fortnite in like 2 weeks. It's crazy.
That's great. It means you're finally you're getting better. The virus is leaving your system. You're healing.
I'm in recovery.
You're now Fortnite free.
I gotta get my Fortnite, man. I'm getting the shakes. No, but no, it has been a really fun story. I really like.
Oh no!
What are you looking at, Kate Bishop? Don't.
Why are there 3 Hawkeyes on there?
Well, the guy in the jail suit's a Fortnite character. He's not a Hawkeye.
Really? Are you kidding me?
No.
It's blonde hair.
I know he has blonde hair, but he's not Hawkeye. He's a Fortnite character.
No, because that's Hawkeye right there. Hawkeye is right. Kate Bishop. What's with the bus and the balloon?
That's the drop ship. That drops people down into the island. That's why the little guy in the hang gliders back there. That's how you fall into the island.
And there's a giant twister.
They have tornadoes. They actually do have tornadoes that'll pop up in the game sometime. This is not a Fortnite stream though. This is a comic book stream. So I will say, if you like more serious stories that make you think, this is probably not going to be for you. But if you want if you just want like a fun comic book, you want some fun poppin' art, if you have kids and you want to get them into comic books, this might be worth checking out. Of course, they do also have the Fortnite, the exclusive cosmetic items that are in the comics, which is really where a lot of these books get their value from. I've now learned after issue number 1, I've learned to get these held special, otherwise they'll sell out in like a couple of hours. But yeah, it's a fun book. I've been enjoying the story so far, so that is why it is at my number 5.
I mean, it's Christos Gage. Christos Gage is actually a proven.
He's a great writer. I came across my Avengers Academy comics earlier today, and I'm like, dang, I want to reread those because Christos Gage he's good.
When they had what was that, the
Monster Kill Squad too? I think I had those.
Future State. Future State was going on early in the year, late last year.
I remember.
Christos Gage came out with the other one, Fortnite for Batman.
Yes,
and that was better than both Batman ongoing titles.
Didn't he do the other? Because Marvel and Fortnite did a crossover before. This is the second one.
I don't know.
I think Christos Gage wrote the other one as well.
I don't know. That'd be a Skip question. Skip reads Fortnite.
I'll find. Actually,
no, I don't.
Oh, Skip is here. What's up, Skip?
Hey, what's up, twin?
What's up, man?
RDV, how's it going?
All right, you're a little quiet today.
Oh yeah, what about now?
Now you sound good.
Yeah. Okay.
You were a little quiet,
yeah.
but now you're better.
All right.
All right. I turned myself up. Hey, chat, how's it going? Good to see y'all. We on number 5?
Yep,
We
number
are
5.
on number 5.
I haven't gone yet, so you can go. We'll go. I'll just go down and go back up then. So.
All right. My number 5 book of the week, as I'm not prepared to say what it is, I'm going to just.
Or do you want me to go?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. All right. So I'll go back to my number 5 is going to be a book that proven to be better than actually the main ongoing book of this character. It doesn't get away for you, Zach. I don't know what will. Just trying to figure where the character.
I'm actually thinking.
Red
now.
Sonja.
Oh, that's right. That is coming out. Yeah.
This has just been it's Dan and that writing. Now I don't care for the whole chainmail and the shorts. I was like, that's cool. If it wasn't Red Sonja, yeah, cool booty shorts, great. But it's Red Sonja does not wear it. She wears the chainmail bikini. I hate the people that are like, oh, we gotta change it, blah blah blah. It's like, no, just accept that it's what it is. Why change it? Just because you don't like it?
That looks good. I think.
Yeah, yeah. If she was like a '90s like a girl, and then decided to put on chainmail for some reason. Like I don't. Yeah, it's just. And then you get the manga covers.
Those are nice.
These are just weird covers. It's like, is that normal? You go back and look at the 2005 through 2015, those 80 issues.
Mm-hmm.
Those were actual true barbarian, the barbarian style, like Red Sonja stuff. This is like, hey, we're gonna start selling some Barbie girl dolls, Red Sonja. That's what it seems like. Now the Michael Linzer is cool, but I just see Dawn every time I look at it. It looks like she cut the guy in the groin.
A little bit. Oh, now I can't unsee that. Yeah, it does look like that.
Or that guy or in the stomach. I don't know. No,
that guy just got neutered.
There's the cosplay covers, but there's this cover. This is the Virgin cover, but the main cover has it.
That's a cool one. I like that one.
Like I said, it just seems like I'm getting anything but Red Sonja, and I guess they chose it because it's takes place during, I guess, the 15th century, which doesn't make sense because she's like, way before that. It's supposed to be the time of King Arthur.
Well, the title, RDV, let me help you. The title is called Immortal Red Sonja. She could have lived through to the 15th century.
But she's not immortal, though.
Then why is it in the title?
Because they wanted to grab your attention.
That's what, the character does. The covers do that alone. You don't need a title.
If anything, it should be like there's another comic called Invincible Red Sonja. She's not. Yeah. She's not immortal. She's not. She can be killed. And now, that being said, if they're going to the normal original lore, she has not like if she gets her arm chopped off, the arm's chopped off. But if she gets sliced in the arm, it heals faster than the normal does because of her pact with a goddess.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, this has been kind of funny. I've actually been really enjoying the actual story. For those who are not familiar with the story, this is like, what is this, issue 5 now? I think this is like the last issue, isn't it?
Maybe,
or maybe issue 6 is gonna come out soon.
it's a mini series. I know that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you've got 6 and 7. So
okay, cool. So it's gonna be an ongoing still.
Hopefully, yeah.
So the story is that Red Sonja, being herself, wandered into the castle, saw some chainmail, figured, you know what, I'll put it on, because she's an idiot apparently. And now she can't get out because it's stuck to her body, and it's possessed by the soul of King Arthur. And she's forced to seek out by the talking armor, because King Arthur talks to her, annoys her, gives her bad directions. It's like her teamed up with Deadpool. That's what it seems like, because he always gives her so much. He tells her information like, oh, I forgot to tell you this. He's like, okay, thanks. Now I'm already being attacked. You could have said that like 5 minutes ago. Like, but anyway, so she's supposed to be looking for Merlin. But yeah, the Hyperion Age had of Forever 21. No big deal. Hey, at least it wasn't American Eagle.
Hey, I shop at American Eagle.
I can tell.
What's that mean? It's a good store.
Sure.
I like their shirts.
All right, so yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's been kind of funny. So I mean, it's closer to Red Sonja than the main book right now, where she's a mom. Yeah. All right, so that's my number 5. Skip, are you ready, good sir?
I believe I'm ready.
All righty.
Take it away, twin.
Where are we going?
Twin. Here we go. My number 5 book is going to be Nita Hawes' Nightmare Blog, number 7, by Image Comics.
I'm trying to figure it.
We have. You'll see a nice lady. There we go. It's right there.
Okay.
All the way over to the
okay.
right. Yep. We have Rodney Barnes as the writer, and Simon Kodransky is back. Interesting enough, I thought this one was topical because Ash and RDV were talking about a town called Terror last night on Ash's on Comics channel, Late Night Comics, and this is the same artist as that, and It is another horror flavored comic book, so his art works out very well for this. He originally wasn't the main artist on it. It was this other cat named Well B, who had a very similar style to Jason Sean Alexander, who is doing the variant cover, because this series spun out of Philadelphia, which was Rodney Barnes as the writer and Jason Sean Alexander as the main person on pencils. So this spun out of it. This was the protagonist in that story's girlfriend for a while. This follows her as instead of dealing with vampires like in Philadelphia, she's dealing with demons and angels and such. So for people who are running into supernatural experiences, she has a nightmare blog, and they can let her know what they've dreamt of, or let her know what real world encounters that they've had with the supernatural, and she can try to provide her services. And it's been, man, the first arc was crazy. So finally, they're coming back with the second arc, Murder by Another Name, Part 1. This is issue 7. So it's been very interesting. I did not expect to like it as much, because I enjoyed the first issue of Philadelphia, but I've just had enough of vampires. But this was like, hey, we're going to give you demons and angels instead. And I said, okay, sign me up. I can get behind that. I'm not tired of those supernatural beings yet.
You know what's funny? The way that the main character is drawn, I guess this was the main character in the purple there. She reminds you of the main girl from Walking Dead World Beyond.
Little bit. I get a bit of a Walking Dead vibe from her.
Aaliyah Royale is the actress that was on there. Yeah, so
right on.
So,
I like that cover though.
That Walking Dead shirt. Yeah, it's a pretty cool cover, right?
Yeah.
Pretty
solid.
So Simon Kodansky. Now I'm kind of curious. You have to tell me what the story's like, because I love his art. His art is just awesome on a town called Terror.
I'm just gonna flat out tell you right now, and that's why I got excited. Because most of the time, especially recently, I've heard people speak not so favorably about Simon Kodransky. One, when he was doing the art on Bendis's, can't remember if it was, I think it was Action Comics. He was doing the
Okay.
art on that. His art doesn't match that, so I was very understandable of why people were not so kind and not taking to his art on that
Horror
series.
seems like his element.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Yeah, he's
that
very noir. He uses a lot of blacks. The kind of the way that he uses like depth of field, because he likes to do a lot of blurred out backgrounds, quite often too. And so he uses a lot of depth of field effects, a lot of like kind of headshots and stuff. And then he likes a lot of darkness. So he's very much better suited for like noir, better suited for horror, better suited for stories where there's not a lot of light, pretty much. But and then also he was the artist for Fallen Angels with Brian Edward Hill, and a lot of people were just not excited how that wasn't tying into the rest of the Dawn of X line. But in a vacuum, that story was awesome. I would say it was one of the better series. I mean, it's Brian Edward Hill. You put Brian Edward Hill up against any of the other writers that were writing on that, with the exception of Hickman, and he's pretty much better than everyone else. So anyway, with all that said, this is where he shines, doing horror books. And since y'all were singing the praises of A Town Called Terror, I would highly advise you read Nidaha's Nightmare blog. You don't need to know anything really about Philadelphia, but if you do
Yeah.
have a little background on it, it'll fill you in. And he's just as fantastic on this. And this is one of the books. I mean, I don't talk about this a lot, but it's a topic in our community. This is a book that I feel like deals with, if you want to talk about the Black experience, if you want to talk about, inclusive stories or whatever. I feel like this is when it's executed right, when it very much ties into the story, and it
Yeah.
does actually give you, an experience, a different cultural experience, but also delivers on the story, and the story is the number one thing, and then all of that stuff, kind of backs it up. Also, the last one was about like crooked music industry and dealt with blues. So if any of y'all
okay.
are into blues at all, I figured that would kind of tickle your fancy a little bit, Zach, because I know down where you're at, like the treme and and blues and all that stuff, and even dirges and stuff. They even talk about dirges and stuff in the other one. So especially if you're from down south, NOLA nerd, if you're listening, I would check this book out.
Yeah, Zach always liked it when things tickles fancy.
Who doesn't?
Stay away from my fancy. Stay away. Only my wife knows that. No, I'm just
Is that Pixel?
No. Oh, back to the fingers. I don't like that joke anymore.
Nobody likes the finger.
I don't care for that.
It's like E.T., the long finger.
Phone home.
Pixel phone home.
But yeah, anyway, that's my number 5.
Cool. I just look. I had to look. I said it looks like the girl from Walking Dead. Movie on.
I'm gonna have to look her up. I didn't watch that show. I only watched
On
some
Walking
of the
Dead, World
regular
Beyond.
season.
She plays Iris.
That's the one that takes
Okay.
place like already in the there's the zombies aren't coming out, right?
There's Fear the Walking Dead, and
Yeah.
then which is supposed to be the prequel series caught up with the main series Walking Dead. Walking
Okay.
Dead World Beyond was supposed to tie in to see talking about what happened to Rick, after he left Walking Dead, his character, and it ties in with where Jadis is really from, and brings a whole new other world where these people have been like living for the past 10 years behind a wall, and these kids go to find their dad, who's in New York. They're in like Nebraska or somewhere down there, Oklahoma. They're in one of those universities.
Okay.
So
Cool.
it was all right. It's like I said, it was something to watch in between while I'm waiting for the actual main show to come. But all right, so I believe Zach, is your turn.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Why are we using these weird accents? I don't
Oh,
care.
why not, mon ami?
No, we're not doing that. No. We don't play those games. No, anyway, I'm not gonna keep that up.
You
My
probably
number
couldn't.
4,
Oh,
I
no.
probably couldn't. You're right. My throat would dry out. I would need some water. My
Water.
number 4 is a book that has been absent for I feel like it's been months since the last time this book had or the story had an issue come out. I'm talking about Donny Cates on Hulk number 8, the conclusion of the Hulk Thor Banner of War storyline. I feel like it's been a long time since we've talked about these.
Yeah, because we had the tie-in books, which was neat, and then they went to Thor, and it went back to the tie-in book.
Then Hulk. Then did it go? I thought it went. I thought it just went back and forth between Hulk and Thor.
Yeah, Hulk and Thor, but there was actually there's little titles, the little one shots.
Okay,
connected it though. But they weren't just Thor though. It was like Hulk versus Thor.
My point is, it feels like a long time since I've talked about any of these books. So I'm excited. This is the finale. This is where we find out who the strongest Avenger is. This story has actually been a lot of fun so far. If you've been reading the Thor versus Hulk story that Donny Cates has been writing, I knew that cover was coming. There's actually been this guy. It has been a pretty cool connecting cover series where he takes Thor and Hulk from different eras. Like the 90s era is really fun. But yeah, I knew they were going to eventually get to this one. But there are a lot of other cool covers though. That one you're about to click on really grabbed my attention.
Bjorn Berens?
Yeah, that guy. The Swiss sounding name.
Isn't it a girl?
Is it?
I don't know.
It
is
a
guy.
guy.
Okay.
Bjorn, yeah. But yeah, no, it's been a really fun series. I'm really also excited to see Daniel Warren Johnson is co-writing this with Donny Cates. Yeah, I forgot all about the Hellfire Gala. Didn't that wrap up? I thought it wrapped up.
They never use protection.
Well, no, I mean, like, isn't it over? Is what I mean. Like,
isn't this round? It's round. It's like the second time they've had a Hellfire Gala. There's one every year, apparently.
Yeah, there's one every year, but I thought that we were past it this year. Like, I thought it came and went.
Nope.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm not talking about the Hellfire Gala. I'm talking about the story, which has been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of good writing in it. I think it's been really cool seeing interactions between characters like Bruce Banner and Odin, which I've really liked. Iron Man and how he was involved was really fun. Made a lot of sense. A really fun comic booky, cosmic, epic battle story. It's all the best parts of like Planet Hulk or if you're an MCU fan, Thor Ragnarok. It takes the best parts of that. There's some twists and turns thrown in there. So
Beta Ray Bill's between this one too again.
Beta Ray Bill, I'm a fan.
The Watcher.
Not so much a fan. He watches too much. It's creepy. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to see how they wrap this up. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what Donny Cates has planned down the road with Hulk. What is
I don't know.
Blank pages on his screen.
I don't know.
Oh, is it because Marvel hasn't made comics since 2014? Is that why?
I thought it's because he's got cataracts.
I don't have cataracts.
No, Breen. That's why I can't see the pages.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is my number 4. It's Hulk number 8 from Donny Cates, the end of the Banner of War storyline. I'm hoping it keeps up being just as fun. Apparently I was right. Ding, 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 he says. So.
All right. Yeah, this is on my pull list, but it's not on my top 5. All right. My next book, though, actually is a book that I'm actually kind of excited to read the next issue of it, because so far it's been a blast. That is X-Men 92, House of... Yeah.
Dang, okay. They got another one coming out already.
Yeah, I know, right?
It feels like it wasn't 2 weeks ago.
The last one was
the
Swords of X, or what it was, or X of Swords. Mm-hmm. And it was like done within like a 10-minute plot.
I know.
and they made it so much better than the whole Marvel event was.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess I don't know. They just make they're making the mutants actually like good mutants. They're not all this we hate humans, that's it, blah blah blah. We're all fascists, we're all ex-Nazis, Yeah. Literally that's what they were. Sorry.
Pretty much. That's kind of what you're right.
Kind of what Hickman turned him into.
Not Hickman. Well, I don't.
Hickman abandoned it. He left.
Hickman abandoned it, and then everybody else.
But they
the
already
other
were. They
writers
already
came
were
in.
jerks. You know.
Yeah.
Literally, the Professor X in the Hickman run was the maker. But
I think he
Like,
had a
yes and no.
recipe. He had a recipe in place, and he was telling the cooks who came in behind him, "Hey, stick with this recipe." And the cooks that came in behind him, like, I don't know, wasn't Al Ewing one of them? I feel like, or Gary Duggan. They were like, "Nah, we're gonna do this instead," and they ruined the recipe.
I do love this yearbook though. Most likely to succeed. Not really. Life of the Party, Wolverine, Best Hair, Rogue, Most School Spirit, Heartbreaker, Best Eyes. I guess, I mean, for an 80s thing, you know.
It's kind of cutesy, maybe. I don't know. I feel weird
The
saying
last issue, we got Dark Beast, though.
That's right. We did get Dark Beast.
Yes,
you're right.
Like I said, I'm
also got Deadpool.
Yeah, well, Deadpool, a little cameo, and actually, it was a good Deadpool cameo.
That was a good. Yeah, that was actually a fun. Like, I actually enjoyed reading that. I was like, wow, most of the time.
I normally do not like the X-Men stuff, you know, but like this has been the best X-Men book out lately. And it just shows that, you know, this is what we wanted from the X-Men. We didn't want all these huge events when you can just put it into one single issue of a comic book and be a whole, like, 10 times better than the actual event. Where the X-Men are heroes in this, you know, where in the main ongoing stuff, they're just jerks. They're elitists. You know, they're so oppressed that they basically hate everybody. They basically became racist. It's just I don't know. Like I said, Steve Fox. This is the first series I've written anything by him. You know, so I don't know what else he's done before this, but it's been good. The art's a little wonky in the faces and the interior stuff, but it's kind of grown on me. So, but yep. So I'm excited to read more about this. Then he's got the original team in here. And it looks like Deadpool's gonna make another cameo. Domino and Cable.
Don't overstate your welcome, Deadpool. You were so good. Don't drag it out. Dang it, it's going to be early 2000s Marvel all over again.
No.
Anyway. No,
right.
I agree. I have been enjoying this run. I think it has been. What is this one about? Is this their take on the Hellfire Gala?
I don't know.
It says it up in the synopsis.
They're invited to a foe, and is quarterly invited friend and foe alike to the inner circle gala. Yes.
Okay, so it's gonna be. I'm actually.
This could be the worst. This could be the worst thing, or this could be like, wow,
or they could do it right.
The gala actually is pretty cool when they actually isn't this stupid.
Yeah, right.
You know,
I don't see any weird outlandish costumes on them.
We're gonna be staging ground for something more planet size.
Oh, maybe they're sending them to Mars because that is what they've done recently. I think.
I don't know. Like I said, as far as I know, Iceman. They haven't showed Iceman in this.
They did a little bit. I think it was in issue 2.
But he wasn't going around and flamboyant like he is in the main series.
No, but Rogue sees him and says to Gambit, "There's a reason that Iceman and Polaris aren't together anymore," and I think that's as far into it as they go.
It's because she likes Havoc, or did. I don't know. So what's your Skip? What's your number 4?
Number 4 from Image Comics, Daniel Warren Johnson on the story and on the pencils, and Mike Spicer on the art. Do a power bomb, number 3.
I was just guessing.
Do a power bomb. Reminds me of that rabbit from Star Fox.
I forgot it was Daniel Warren Johnson. I'm like, I wonder if it's do a power bomb. I know he's getting that.
Yeah, I was trying to give you a little time to find it by just saying the name. I know you'd get it. Yeah, this series has just continued to be really awesome on the action and really great with the heartfelt storyline. I'm absolutely getting that variant cover because I love old school manga. I'm an 80s kid, so you know all the Speed Racer and Robotech and all the OG stuff.
It
Old
looks
Dragon
like
Ball.
it looks like manga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah.
Lupin the Third. That's
Yeah.
I got some Lupin actually like right by my door.
Are you
Lupin.
serious?
Not even just Lupin the
Oh,
Third.
that's awesome.
It
Yep.
kind of looks like the Ramana 1.5 or Ramana half.
Oh yeah, I got some Ramana.
Or
right next
what was
to
the
me
other
as well.
one? Fist of the North Star.
Oh heck yeah, it definitely looks like Fist
Yeah.
of the North Star. Man, there is a stack of Viz Fist of the North Star at the shop downtown, and I want to get it so bad, but it's like $175.
I've been buying the American comic version of them. They remember
Oh,
they did
yeah?
the visit out for a while. They put the manga out on actual comic form for America.
Yeah.
So I've been getting
dude,
that
that's
instead of the
so
manga.
bad.
I was like, dude,
Love
it was in
Shiro,
the quarter bins, man.
That's
Dang,
nuts.
that
Oh
is
my
crazy.
gosh. Yeah, man.
All the
Until
manga
Sweet
over by
Chokin'.
me, it's like $10 a book. Like,
Well, no, these
man,
aren't
I wish I could-
but it's not manga though. It's like it's comic book form. It's the Americanized version.
Yeah, that's why it's
okay,
cheaper.
okay.
That's why it's
Okay.
cheaper. But still, it's like
I
it's
gotcha.
cool though. I put it in a
Yeah.
comic book bag.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Absolutely. But anyhow, yeah, the story, man, just continues to be awesome. And it's Daniel Warren Johnson. You know, you're getting a heartfelt story. You know, you're getting like some like just crazy mega action with all the, action lines and like thunderous, big, wiggly, thick, lines. I mean, man, I don't have to say a lot to say on this book, but even if you're not a wrestling fan, if you understand the concept of wrestling and just want pull you up from your bootstraps, believe in yourself and follow your heart type of story. That's what the hell Daniel Warren Johnson does, and it is awesome. Been enjoying it.
So the next one he's gonna do is called Do a Barrel Roll, starring Peppy from Star Fox.
Do a barrel roll, dude. If he ever did a Star Fox comic, if he
Bruh,
got the
I'm on it.
license, oh
I'm
my
on it.
gosh, twin, we're all over that. That would be
I'm
amazing.
100%. I will get the variants. I will get the 1 in 25.
Yes,
Like, give me the Andros. Oh, dude.
dude.
The Star
I'm
Fox
saying.
nerd is showing.
I have my Nintendo 3DS right next to me, and you best believe that I got Star Fox 3D on that sucker, man.
Very cool.
I have Star Fox 64. That's the one I played multiple times.
Yeah, that's pretty
Nice.
much what Star Fox 3D is on air. It's pretty, well,
Yeah.
yeah, it is Star Fox 64. Yeah, Star Fox 64.
I mean,
yeah.
I love it all the way through. Even the main villain at the very end. I was like, this is so cheesy. Like,
It is,
No,
but the
it's so
cheese is
fun.
like the best ingredient, though.
Yes.
makes
man.
sense. It's being
Yeah.
for Wisconsinites.
You just brought it home right there in a way I never could. So let's see. So if we're looking at the chat, Ash does not have a number 4, but says he's thinking about 20th Century Men. Yeah, Ash, you keep thinking about that. That's all I'm gonna say for right now. You just
Think about
that.
Paradiso.
Oh, he needs to get around to parody. See, RDV is singing the praises, Ash. So I
That's
expect a review video like a week and a half, because that's usually about the time it takes. After we hype a book, Ash will finally read it, and then he'll love it and do a review for it like a week and a half later. So
Well,
the clock is counting down now.
to be fair, we didn't discuss what books we're gonna choose for each other next week or next Monday.
That's
I-
true. Ooh, so
I
it's up
will-
for debate.
I will say, because I was on the fence about getting Samurai Doggy, and
Mhm.
I haven't been to the LCS because I was on vacation. But when I go tomorrow, I'm definitely going to see about picking up a copy, because I saw his review that he did on it, and I was like, dang, this looks like an awesome book. So
Yes.
that's an honorable mention.
Yeah, he did a great video on it, and the author, the writer of the book, came up in the comments and was like,
I saw
showing love
that.
to it. Yeah,
I
was
saw
rad,
that.
man.
I was like, good on Ash. That was awesome.
Absolutely. But anyhow, do a power bomb number 3 is my number 4.
All right. What is Zach? It's you. No.
Is it on me?
Yeah.
Prepare to be shocked, because a book that is normally number 1 is number 3 this week.
World's
And
Finest?
it's not doggone it, Vinkman. Why you gotta do that? Let me surprise people. Let me put
Surprise
some
people.
showmanship into it. No, it's not so much because of the quality that I'm expecting it to be. It's more just because there are 2 other books coming out that I really, really am looking forward to. But yes, no, as he spoiled. God dog it. World's Finest number 6. Yeah, so Mark Waid writing, doing some awesome writing, frankly. Some of the best writing I think I've read from him in a long while. The artist on this is not Dan Mora. He's doing the cover, but Dan Mora is not doing the interior.
Yeah, I
on
noticed
this
the art
issue
was
for
different
some
this
reason.
issue. Yeah.
I think next issue he'll be back on interiors, but this one they gave to Travis Moore, who I'm not super familiar with. But as long as the writing stays consistent, I think I'll be okay with it. There are some really fun variant covers this time around. The Terry Dotson one is especially nice. I love the Dotson's art style. But yeah, it looks like a fun little premise. It's kind of like a spin-off continuation of the story they just wrapped up with the Devil Nazah, where Robin gets lost in time. So I think this is going to focus on Batman and Superman trying to bring him back to their time. But yeah, it's been a really, really fun book. It's just got a lot of just good, wholesome comic book fun. The lines it's very, very well written. There's humor, there's heart, there's stuff there, like the way Batman and Superman use their powers, use their logic and their thinking. It just makes for a really enjoyable story. And also, I didn't even put this much thought into it, but I saw a video from Wes, I think it was Wes, talking about Dan Mora's art and how he uses up as much of the page as possible to tell the story. He doesn't reuse the same poses or panels. He's always keeping the story moving. It's a very fluid story. So really looking forward to continuing that with number 6.
It's the Nick Bradshaw 1 in 50.
The Bradshaw one looks all right. I don't know if I would pay for 1 in 50. It's all right. I like Bradshaw's art, but
Dodson is the best.
The Dotson one is definitely the best. If I can't get the Dotson, I'll probably stick with the cover A because it is a Dan Mora.
It is a clickbait because she's not even in the book. Supergirl is.
Supergirl is. Batgirl's not.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a great book up until now. I don't think there's been a bad issue so far. So I'm hoping that continues on.
All right.
So yeah, my number 3, halfway through.
All right, we'll go to my number 3 right now. My number 3 actually is a book that I know Zach has higher on his list, and that is The Flash 785.
You're right though. You're right though. I can't be mad at you. You're right. Look at that cover. Look at that cover. It just looks so cool though.
The whole search for Barry Allen. It's continuing on with the story going on with as far as everybody's gone to different universes. Jesse Quick and Max Mercury are on Earth. It's basically like Mad Max universe or Road Warrior, and then the girls are stuck in well, not say that the girls, but Jai and his sister.
Wow, you just misgendered his son. Wow.
You know what though? I'll say this: in World's Finest, Batman and Robin misgender a lion. They call it a she when it's a giant lion. I'll just tell you that much. So I'm not the only one. I don't have any editors, okay? No. So the twins are on Wally's kids are trapped on another planet with are basically in Central City, but it's basically like Gotham. Gotham is Central City, and everything is just changed as far as you got like a Batman, Flash, all different versions of Barry Allen. Very good story. I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen next with the Flash stuff. For being a book that's into Dark Crisis, it really isn't Dark Crises.
Not really. It does have connections to it with Barry Allen and everything, but it's very off by itself. Like I feel like you don't have to really read Dark Crisis to understand what's going on.
So, and also Wallace apparently has a new name. Burst.
I think that's a different Wally though, isn't it? Or a different Wallace?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah, see, there's
but imagine if he changed his name to Burst.
different. Well, hey, that'd be a cool name actually. I kind of like Ace.
Impulse, Burst. You know, because remember, he can't always be Kid Flash.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm all about original identities and stuff.
True.
So.
This is this Cardstock variant. I'm not really excited about.
Not a huge fan of that one.
That is just like
the colors are
why
cool,
was this even approved? This looks horrible.
Who's the artist on that? Is that George Cabadeas?
Yeah, he's been smoking some Cabadeas.
I like the colors. The colors are really great. They're really bright. But yeah, just the figure drawing, the way he draws the flash. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be perspective. Like he's supposed to be.
I guess so.
But no, I love the cover A, with the three of them.
And they actually draw Jay to look like John Wesley Shipp here in the cover.
He does look like John Wesley Shipp there.
They give him a little of that.
Yeah.
So that is that's my number 3. All right. Do we read off anybody else's as far as Undead Quins? Did we?
I don't think we read Undead Quins or Ashes.
Yeah, let's see what they had. I know they had some stuff.
Undead Quinn, where are you, sir? I saw you. Here we go. Well, Ash on Comics is first. He says Undiscovered Country number 20.
All right.
Number 3. And Undead Quinn says Chilling Adventures presents Jinx's Grim Fairy Tales number 1.
All right.
So some
Mr. Skip and Tosh, you're number 2.
Oh, I got to do my number 3 first.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you did 3.
Nope. I did 4. It just went a little long.
Oh, that's right. You're after me. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Number 3 is Firepower. Number 23.
Ooh.
Robert Kirkman. Chris Somney on the lines. The homie and 5-time Eisner Award winner Matt Wilson on the colors. And Russ Wooten on the letters. Yo.
And some very sweet covers as well.
David Finch.
Oh yes.
I like the David Finch. The Jay Lee one, like I'm getting the Kim Jong-gi one, but the Jay Lee one is pretty amazing.
Dude, the David Finch variant covers for Walking Dead are always it's one of the plus things. Get the Walking Dead Deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Jay Lee cover is incredible. But I mean, there's not really a lot I need to say about Firepower. I mean, if any of y'all have been coming to any of the live streams that any of us have been doing, you've heard us talk about Firepower. It's just such a great story. From the martial arts to the pop culture references, the fantastic family dynamic. How wholesome and how good it feels just to spend time with the characters, and the evolving line of adversaries that we've had now. It's almost like a rogues gallery, and the way that the relationship dynamics have changed even within that regard, it's just been really awesome. But where we're at now, we're definitely in some Iron Fist territory.
Yeah, boy.
I just want to say Dragon Rock the Dragon Ball Z. This is turning into
Shenlong? Or is that
it's Shenlong. It's like it's Goku. Where's the Shenlong?
Hey, when someone does a Kaioken, then we'll really
there we go.
Kaioken really times 10.
Yeah.
Robert Kirkman was definitely watching some Dragon Ball in the background while he was writing this.
Kamehameha.
Hey, in a 2-word title too, right? Firepower, Dragon Ball. So hey, it's all there. But
Firepower Z is a continuation.
Firepower Z, Firepower X, because it's on Skybound,
Yes.
10-year anniversary.
I like that. That.
Hey, Kirkman, Big Clutch. I'm here if you need any more marketing. You know where to find me, Geeky Puppet Show. I'm not too hard to find. Come in the chat, and hey, I'll give you a deal. I'll cut you a deal. But anyway, Firepower, fantastic book, continues to be great. Every issue is just. It switches gears perfectly from the highs to the lows. It's a hell of a roller coaster ride, and I'm glad it doesn't seem like it's I hope it's not going to be stopping anytime soon. Because I mean, I figure we probably won't get more than another 5 issues with the dragon. Then they're gonna have to move on to. Well, there's still so much to explore, like Owen's family and his parents and who they really are and all that stuff. So
heck yeah, I'm hoping that this runs at least as long as Walking Dead. Like
139 issues, I think it was.
Please.
Absolutely, let's hope so.
Man, if this was Dragon Ball Z, the old man would be just like checking out women all the time. You mean Mr. Roshi?
Who's to say he doesn't? We know he wears sneakers, but who's to say he doesn't?
He's more obsessed with sneakers than he is with women.
Maybe his character will evolve as the story goes on. It'll be.
We'll also need a Yamcha who gets nosebleeds when he sees women.
That's everyone in anime. That's not unique. That's every guy in anime. They see a hot girl, they get a nosebleed every time.
All right.
That's my number 3.
Are we staying on this for your number 2? Zach?
No, we're
Okay.
not.
All right, let's go to Flash then.
Let's go to Gummit. Stealing all my thunder, man. It's like you're Thor or something. God.
The thing is that like you told me your top 5 before.
I did.
I totally forgot it though. That's the thing. I totally forgot.
Oh, you forgot? I thought you were just looking at it and guessing.
You sent it to me at like what, around noon?
Yeah, I was trying to be a well-organized
like,
professional. I didn't know you were going to turn around and use it against me. Good Lord. I'm going to start. Did you tell me yours? Because I'm going to start calling out your favorite books.
Well, you should know what mine are. Mine are always the same. But
yeah, I think I know what your number 2 or 1 is going to be. I'm not sure. No, but anyway, I'm getting off track. Flash, this is what, 785, I think? Some ungodly high number like that.
Yep, 785.
Jeremy Adams, without doubt, one of the, I mean, they're the writers that I like that are at DC, I can count on one hand, and Jeremy Adams is in the top % of that number. The dude just loves what he does. You can tell when you read these books. You can tell he's a fan of the Flash. He's a fan of the Flash family. That's Iris, the kids, the supporting cast. And he's been handling them all in such a great way, such a wholesome way. What he's done with Wallace West has really, I think has been really great for the character. I didn't mind him before, but what he's done with him since he came onto the title has really breathed new life into him, especially the relationship now between him and Wally. I really like that. And like I was saying earlier, it says Dark Crisis tie-in on the front or on the top of the cover, but really reading through it, you don't really need to know. I mean, they kind of go over the important stuff. Like, okay, if it's important to you, or if it's important that the Justice League is missing, they say, oh yeah, the Justice League is missing. You know, it's like they don't leave any details that are in Dark Crisis that you need to know about related to this story. But it's fun. The kids are written like kids. They get into shenanigans. This whole shenanigan, it's the search for Barry Allen, but it's a 2-part mission. It's also the search for Wally's kids, because they're off missing in the multiverse because they got into trouble like kids do. And so, yeah, Wally, Jay Garrick, the best Flash. Sorry, Wally, but it's true. Max Mercury, Jesse Quick, they're all they're trying to find Barry and they're trying to find the kids. We got the Flash Batman. What's it called? Is it Night Flash or Dark Flash or something like that? I think it might be on the thing. Yeah, Night Flash, the one from Heavy Metal or Death Metal. He's making an appearance. So, and I read a few of the panels. I saw them on Twitter earlier today, especially the ones that have to do with Jay Garrick. And I'm just like, man, Jeremy Adams knows how to write Jay Garrick. Even going back to his first couple of issues when Wally was going back in time from Speedster to Speedster, just the way he writes Jay is just, I don't think anyone's written him that well since Jeff Johns. So really fun stuff. It's got one of my favorite themes, thematic elements in certain comics is the family theme. Like Skip was talking about with Firepower, the family theme there. I'm a big Fantastic Four fan. I think that essence is really captured in this book as well. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one.
Alrighty. All right, go on to my number 2. And you should really guess what it is.
Yeah, I think I do know what it is. I'm going to guess it's a certain book that caught a lot of attention this week for a certain reason.
All right.
It's one that your cursor is hovering right over. It's not Star Wars.
Do you want to bet on that?
No.
Do you feel
'Cause
lucky?
now you asked, and now I don't feel so lucky.
It's actually World's Finest.
Oh, is it World's Finest? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then I
Yeah.
know what your number 1 is.
All right. We'll see when we get there.
We'll see.
Fun book. Interior art on this, it looks really cool from the preview pages. I had to go back and read 3 and 4. I believe this is actually no 5 and 4. I had to read because I forgot the plot. So I knew most of it, but I forgot like key things. So going into this, yes, Robin, it's probably it's all focused on him. So it's just Dick Grayson. Him, as far as we know, that he got lost. And Supergirl blames herself in the last issue. So it looks like it's gonna be a fun episode or episodes. I'm so used to the boys and all these shows on Netflix. It's gonna be a good issue. I guess there's another one after this. It's not stopping. They're gonna keep going. It's not a limited thing. It's still ongoing.
Yeah.
Series.
That's what
which
I'm
is really
hoping.
cool. It's gonna, and I'm not sure how this will tie into Dark Crisis because I hope it doesn't because it's an Elseworld story right now.
It doesn't say anything about it.
I don't think it will.
I know it's supposed to tie into like the Batman versus Robin story that's coming up, but
because I think there's a couple more issues. Yeah, there's 7 and 8. So
I think it might still go on going past that
So
though.
far, this has been my favorite World's Finest in a while.
Oh, really?
I mean,
okay.
They had, I think Josh Williamson did Batman Superman early last year or end of last year. I mean, I've been enjoying it. It's Silver Age. It's Mark Waid just putting in the effort we never really see from writers today, at least the newer writers. Jeremy Adams being the exception. And I know Ash says he called on 5 different writers. He thinks it's better than Jeremy Adams. Well, that's good for him. Jeremy Adams is doing what I want on the main books. So I actually like him better than Josh Williamson, to tell you the truth.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As Josh Williamson started The Flash, but Jeremy Adams is perfected it.
Well, Joshua Williamson was also writing Barry and not Wally. So there's that.
He did have Wally though.
Oh, he did? Oh, okay.
He had Wally towards the end. Yeah.
He did. You're right.
Wally was in it.
He did that retcon on Heroes in Crisis. Yeah.
Yep. Did that. Yeah. To me, this looks like a callback to. It's gonna be a Robin story, kind of like they did back in the day when Robin was on his own. He wasn't with Batman. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna, if it's gonna be like a heart-warming, heart feeling, I guess, heartwarming is I guess the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be a cool story, it's the first flight of the Flying Grayson. So, and it shows a circus. So my thoughts is he gonna be like, if Batman's gonna go back in time, or how they're gonna find him. I can imagine he's like, if you're gonna look for Dick Grayson, where is he gonna go? It feels at home. Circus, why not? But that all depends where he's going to be in time. But like I said, this has been a fun book. And despite what people say about Mark Waid, I don't care if he's a jerk or whatever. I'm not getting that crap, but his real life crap put into this book.
That's
what I'm there for. Is that so?
Yeah.
I mean, I could separate the two.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's something I try to do that, is separate the creator from the creation. As long as the creator isn't putting their stuff into the creation, I'm usually pretty good about separating the two.
Yep. I also don't follow a lot of creators on Twitter. I mean, I follow artists on Instagram, but I don't really see it. I don't see a lot of the TDS stuff that other people see, but
that helps.
It does help. All right, so that's my number 2.
All righty. Let's see. Are we seeing any number 2s in the chat? Yeah, we got a number 2 from Undead Quinn. Fortnite X Marvel Zero War number 3. So we got one number 2 there.
I didn't see one from our friend Mr. Ash on Comics.
I didn't see any from Mr. On Comics. I guess in his stead, I'll go. Oh, there we go. Mr. On Comics number 2, Usagi Yojimbo number 30. Very nice.
Usagi
Mr. On
Yojimbo.
Comics. Yeah. What RDV didn't say or did say.
Skip just sounds so full of energy tonight.
Oh, you bet I am. For this next book, I am pretty excited, but I'm excited for myself.
All right, let me click on
but
Catwoman for you then.
I'm more excited for everyone else. Oh, Teeny?
Yeah,
No Teeny for me. Tell her to call her friend Leia Williams though, and I'll read her book.
The Many Deaths
Tell
of
you that.
Tina Howard. There you go.
The many deaths of Teeny Howard. How about the many talents of Leo Williams?
There you go.
If anybody who watched the last Comics Aficionados last Saturday got to hear me, have a ball.
I'll say this for Leah Williams, she's better looking. That's all she's got going.
Hey, that's all she needs going on in my book, okay? Because I'm not reading hers. Here we go. Pulp, the Process Edition, hardcover.
Oh,
Ed
hardcover.
Brubaker, Sean Phillips, Jacob Phillips on the covers. The very best comic book of 2020, I believe. I believe it originally came out in 2020. Let me double check. But that is being republished in this time an oversized hardcover, I believe. Or hold on, wait. Or is it still just a hardcover? Let me double check that. Yeah, no, it is an oversized hardcover, this one. So originally when it came out, it was a standard size hardcover. This one will be an oversized hardcover. It will have the story, the graphic novel that was released, and Eisner Award winning graphic novel that was a release collected, but will also have behind the scenes process edition pages, scripts, rough panel layouts, lines without color, Jacob Phillips explaining some of his process. I am very stoked about this because I love standard size hardcovers. That's my favorite size of hardcover. But we all know once you get that deluxe edition, once you get that oversized hardcover, and those panels are just a little more spaced out,
now you see why. Now you see why I wait for these.
What do you mean now?
You guys buy
for a long time.
You guys buy these individual floppies. I wait till they get the oversized deluxe covers. Those are awesome.
Correction, sir. This did not come out in floppies. It was a graphic novel. It was a novella actually, and it came out as a hardcover first, and then a trade paperback later.
Cover.
What'd you say?
A baby hardcover.
A baby hardcover.
No. That is an adult hardcover. You want the Shaq size hardcover. Well, those aren't even Shaqs. You want like the LeBron James size hardcovers.
I mean,
those are the ones that
you like. If I get the Treasure Edition covers, that's what I want.
The what? The what edition?
Treasure Edition size.
Oh, are those like the absolutes or like the library editions?
If I have one.
I don't know the dimensions on those. Comics has some like really wonky, odd dimensions.
1 second.
But yes, July 2020 was when Pulp originally came out. It is an Eisner Award-winning book. Definitely a 5-star book, in my personal opinion. The best story that got put out that year. And no, I didn't read all the comics, but I read a whole lot of them that year. And let me tell you, that was easily the best one. And the fact that it won an award. Won an Eisner lets you know how good it really was. The original novella was 72 pages, and it was $16.99 in the hardcover. This one is going to be an oversized hardcover. It is $39.99, so $40, but it is a 256 page count. So. Like, dang, more than twice the number of pages that came in the in the original.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez, the Lou.
Yeah. So definitely well worth your money. It's Foo Baker. It's Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips. They deliver every time. You can't find a more consistent duo than these two. Yeah, you might want to say Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. And I would say maybe they're somewhere around 2 and 3, but personally, I feel like Brubaker and Phillips got them beat, and they're just as prolific as those two, if not more prolific. So, Highly
Alright.
advise checking this book out.
All right, so I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
Oh, is it the size of the Deadly Class ones?
So this is a Treasure Edition size book. This is the new hardcover version of the Treasure Editions that the DC used to put out today.
Oh, grab a floppy and put it next to it so I have some
Well,
context.
I'll show you the Deadly Class next to it.
Okay.
I feel almost the same size.
Okay. I gotcha. Okay, right on. I think I have. Yeah, I
And-
have
and
some
then-
comics that size.
Here's the criminal oversized one.
Criminal oversized next to it. Okay, right on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
it's
if
like
I can get a
it's
book
the
like-
dimensions of an absolute, but
Yeah.
but a little slimmer.
Yeah, so I like the bigger books like this. You know, it reminds me of when
Yeah.
you were a kid and you had like the Where's Waldo books. Like,
Is that what it reminds you of? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me that you're getting closer and closer to Eric Breen's age every day, and you need the large print.
wow. You
You
know
beat
what
me
though?
to it. You beat
I'd
me
buy
to
them.
it.
I'd rather buy them
Twins
now
think
while they're
alike.
cheaper before they go up in price. 'Cause everyone-
Yeah, you're gonna need your
But
your baby food
but
when
I
you
mean,
get to his
I-
age. So good idea.
Well, look at that. That's
Yeah, I love those Deadly Class sizes. Yeah, like they're just like an
they're both.
inch taller.
This is $50. This is $50, but
Yeah,
I got
man.
this cheaper. So but
Gotta love it.
I'll tell you this one thing though. Who needs a short box when you got one of those books?
Yeah,
About
I
to say,
mean,
well, they're not going to fit in a short box for starters.
unless they're gonna take up the whole thing.
But,
But
no.
anyway, this is
Yeah.
my number 2. I feel like this is the best book that is coming out. Not my most anticipated book. There is another book that is more anticipated than this one, but this is the best book that's coming out this week. None are gonna beat it. I highly advise everybody get yourselves a copy. You know how these Brubaker and Phillips like deluxe editions go. They usually don't last very long. So grab them while you can before they go out of print. And you're gonna be like me. You didn't grab Kill or Be Killed in time, and now you're crying and moaning and hoping that they reprint it so you don't pay $240 for one.
256 pages.
That's
Yes, sir.
crazy.
How many pages was the novel?
72. We just
Wow,
checked. It was
that's
72.
crazy. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you get bang for your buck. And I mean, look at that 72-page story for $17 in a hardcover before. I mean, they do you so right on the prices too. Same thing with with their Reckless series. You usually get like 100. I mean, like you get 100 plus pages in those. Usually around like 114, 120 something. Man, so good. I am so going to do a hill turn on Skip. Why are you doing a hill turn on?
let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna do a power bomb on you.
Do a power bomb.
I'm
You're already a
definitely,
heel.
I'm
Mhm.
definitely looking forward to. I got the Brubaker bug now, man. After last week, I got I got bit by the Brubaker bug.
Yeah,
so
what-
I'm definitely gonna keep it.
I feel like
What
Brian's-
happened last week? What happened last week, Twin? Let everybody know.
What happened last week? Well, I was on vacation, but while I was on vacation, I spent my days on the beach reading this little beauty.
Yes.
The whole Fade Out story by Brubaker, Sean Phillips, colors by Elizabeth Breitweiser. Fantastic story.
How long did it take
God.
you to finish it?
I normally I can binge. I could read through something like this in a day, probably if I really wanted to, but I wanted to savor it. I wanted to treat it right. I wanted to embed the dialogue into my brain.
I'm
And
so glad you
ruminate.
didn't lose it on vacation.
How am I gonna lose? You see how thick this is, right? Like, this is
You know what
big
it
book.
is? You're gonna hurry to leave the hotel the next morning because you got to drive back.
No, this was a delight to read. I love the noir detective kind of sleuth type of story, dude. It was man, it was so good.
And Twin, let me tell you, that's my favorite Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips story. But just I always try to tailor stuff, not to just what I love, but what I know of people's preferences. And I'm going to tell you, you are going to love that pulp story more than you enjoyed the Fade Out. In my opinion, it's a better story. It's not my preferred story. I prefer the Fade Out, but Pulp is easily a better story. It's fantastic, and I know you will love how it ends.
Nice. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that for sure. I'm ready. I'm ready for more Brubaker on my shelves.
Yes.
All I know is that Because it's Skip now, I'm gonna be dropping another $40 at the comic book store.
Well,
Yes,
my wallet
indeed.
just got a little bit lighter.
Yep.
Right?
Indeed. But that is my number 2. And it looks like it's time for recap and then number ones. What do you say,
I
fellas?
believe that's how we do
It
it here.
is. It is actually Zach's turn.
My turn already. Sorry about that. I got a spam text message that I'm blocking the number to. God
I
darn
hate
it.
those.
Those
I
are the
hate
worst.
those. They really
They're
are.
like, we've detected strange activity on your Amazon account. What activity? Why aren't you
Your
emailing
activity.
me?
You're the
Yeah.
strangers.
Use a notepad. You don't get that stuff then.
All right. So, my number 5 book this week is the Marvel Fortnite Zero War number 3. Probably going to fall back into my Fortnite phase. I apologize in advance, folks. Number 4 is Hulk number 8 by Donny Cates, wrapping up the Hulk Thor fight. Number 3, where are you, number 3? World's Finest number 6 from Mark Waid and not Dan Mora this time. Number 2 was The Flash, issue number 785. My number 1 most looked forward to book this week.
All right. I'll let you go.
You're not gonna spoil it for me, huh?
No.
Okay. Thank you. It's been talked about, but every time this book comes out, it automatically every month when this book comes out, even the best book gets pushed down to number 2 just because I love this book so much. And that is Firepower number 23. Mr. Robert Kirkman, Mr. Chris Samney have been crafting this excellent story. If you are a comic book reader, and this is what kind of helped ease me out of just the big
if you
two.
were a comic book reader, I think we're all comic book readers here.
Well, I was gonna say, if you're a comic book reader, but you're only reading books from the big two, but you want to step out and explore the wide world of like Image or whatever else is out there,
and you like dragons.
This is what got me. This was this is what got me the taste of life outside the big two. There were a few other ones, but Firepower really solidified it and got me looking for more independent stuff. This story has just been fantastic. It's like a movie trailer, right? It's all been leading up to this. It's the big fight between Owen and, Smog or Shin or whatever dragon name you want to use. I'm looking for Chris Samney's art has just been top notch. He hasn't had a bad issue in the entire run. What is this now? Issue number 23. It's just been a fantastic story. It seems like it should be a finale, or at least getting close to a finale. I really, really hope it isn't. I think, like you said earlier, I think there is still a lot of this world left to explore, like Owen's adoptive parents and the different ninja clans and teams are. I think there's a lot to still explore, but I also think that this is like this big conclusion to this storyline right here. It's just been great to see, from like the small kind of intimate moments between the family to the big grand action set pieces like a dragon just like laying waste to Hong Kong. All of it is it's fantastic. And then Robert Kirkman, he knows where dialogue is, where it fits, and where in scenes where less is more in terms of dialogue. It's just absolutely fantastic. I like it better than The Walking Dead, to be frank.
You've read The Walking Dead?
I've read through the first compendium of The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Like the first big old thing. And then I've kind of caught bits and pieces after that. But I mean, I'm kind of glad Kirkman has kept his trigger finger away from the characters here, like he's done on The Walking Dead. I hope he
Speaking
doesn't
of which,
start
there
to
goes
fall
the old
back
man.
into that. Wait, what?
There goes the old man.
What old man? Oh, God, no! Don't say that. Kirkman, no. Different writing style for this, please. Keep your characters alive. But that's the thing, though, is like, even if he decided this is where he was going to start killing off characters, I would actually be much more devastated about it, because I have grown so attached to all of these characters, whether it's the family or like his wife's police partner or the old man or or his ex-girlfriend. All these characters you just get so attached to. It's very, very different from The Walking Dead, where I suppose there are some characters that you get attached to because they've been on the series for so long, and then he kills them off. But at other times, it just feels like, hey, this character we introduced 3 issues back, boom, they're gone. It's just like, okay. But this has been a fantastic story. I think everybody should read it. And that's all I got.
Someone has to die. That's all I'm gonna say. It's you can't have the bad guys live. Someone's gonna die.
We'll see.
The dragon's hungry.
We'll see. We'll see. Kaiju like that ain't gonna be satisfied just eating one person. That's like being a human being and eating a goldfish and saying, "Oh, wow, I'm full."
There goes Owen's wife.
Never happens.
There goes Owen's wife and family. Yeah. Now he can go back with his lover.
Owen's wife is going to shoot her way out of his stomach. Owen's wife is one of the best characters in the story, frankly.
Yes, because
Kelly's awesome.
Kelly is great.
Because Kelly has magic bullets, right?
Kelly has bullets. Exactly. Who needs fireballs when you got bullets, baby? Anyway,
apparently it didn't work for the folks who were reading this. It didn't work for the guys in the jets. They were destroyed.
You're not gonna kill my enthusiasm, sir.
When King Kong steps out, then you know it's good.
If he has a King Kong step out, my mind is gonna explode. Like, what on earth? There's a crossover between Firepower and Ultra Mega.
That would be awesome. Oh my gosh, that would be so incredible.
This is why Ultra Mega has been on hiatus for so long. Kirkman's been like,
Twin, you're getting me excited, bro. Come on. Oh, that'd be incredible. And do a power bomb too.
Ultra Mega Power Bomb.
Ultra Mega Power Bomb Firepower.
Ultra Mega Fire Bomb.
Yeah,
yes.
There you go.
Kirkman, I'm just saying, Geeky Puppet Show, you know where to find us. We can make you another 100 million, buddy.
I don't even need that large of a cut.
My question is, where are the action figures?
For what? For Firepower?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
McFarlane. You got to talk to the Father,
get on that. Yeah, get on it, Todd. He's making action figures for Disney phone games. Like, surely he can make some for Firepower.
Ultra Mega versus Dragon Lord. I don't know. All right,
Doctor.
Yes. It's time to go repeat what I have because I had some difference. I had my number 5 was Immortal Red Sonja. My number 4 was X-Men 92. My number 3 was The Flash. And then number 2 was World's Finest. Number 1, Zach, can you tell me which it is?
I'm going to guess. Is it Daredevil? It's a Chip Zdarsky book.
Of course it's Chip Zdarsky book.
It's Daredevil number 2.
It has to be, yes.
That's right. It almost made mine. This is like the number 6. Like, it almost made mine. I love that cover with the skeletons.
I have been loving this. Now, my only complaint about this book is that there's a backup story by Ann Nesenti.
Oh, but who might the artist be? I see Chris Samney's name up there. Is Chris Samney the artist?
We got Klaus Janson too. John Romita.
Interesting.
So, yeah. After Devil's Reign, everything it is meant to be in Daredevil has changed. Thanks to Elektra and her newfound role as the woman without fear, Daredevil. It is more ambitious than ever. Who's of creators from across the fabled character's history, and some can't miss surprise along the way. Oversized epic kicks the next year off Chip Zdarsky and Mark Cicchetto, or Cicchetto, on his landmark run on Daredevil. Yeah, so 52 pages. It's gonna be $6, but Typhoid Mary's in this. Now, my thing is this though. Last issue, we left off with Elektra saying, "I'm not Daredevil." She took her mask off in front of Stick and said, "I'm not Daredevil."
Yes.
So
I recall.
I'm hoping that we get her being back to being her normal Elektra. You know, doesn't necessarily have to go around killing people, but she doesn't have to wear the costume.
I'm okay with her going around killing people. frankly.
I am too, but if we want to compromise, I'll compromise with her. At least not going around running as Daredevil.
Yeah, we'll see.
Uh,
I think it. I mean, in a perfect world, I would say that she's still in the costume on the cover just for like consistency, like with the people that were buying it.
the Predator
Oh,
cover by
God.
Sienkiewicz.
That is a sweet cover. I am getting a little tired of seeing Predator everywhere. Just like I was getting tired of seeing the Xenomorph everywhere.
He looks like a giant Muppet.
He looks like when I saw it, I didn't have it zoomed in like that. I saw a smaller image before I clicked on it. I thought it was Man-Thing.
Yeah.
But then I zoomed in and I was like, oh, it's not Man-Thing, it's Predator. So there's some pretty cool covers. I really like this one that you just clicked on. That's a pretty cool one. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
It'd be better if she was in a normal costume though.
What you gonna do? I don't know.
When 10,000 Hulkamaniacs come running wild on you. Okay. I can't do the voice. Reed can. This is I guess Gary Frank. Or is Frank, whoever it is?
I believe it is Gary Frank. I believe so. Yes, sir.
This cover has been used so many times over the years, different runs. So,
yeah, there's always him upside down with his arm stretched out.
Oh, he's peeping on a girl. There you go.
He's
Look at that.
Blind.
Is he?
He is blind. Can't peep on anybody. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, I am looking forward to this one as well.
Skrull
Like I said, didn't quite make it to the top 5, but I am looking forward to this. I'm tired of the Skrull variants. Those are
His Secret Invasion's coming. That's by bro.
Those are so 2000.
Or the Secret War. I always forget what MCU is doing.
They're doing they're supposed to be doing another Secret Invasion story. Although it was supposed to have already started by now. I think Marvel pushed it back.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. But
the Red Fist Saga Volume 8 trade paperback coming out later this year. Oh, cool.
Interesting.
But yeah, hopefully it gets better. You know, I hope that she stops wearing the freaking costume, or at least takes the. I wish she can wear the costume, but take the freaking mask off. That shit annoys the heck out of me. Like, I don't care if she wears that with the regular thing, but she doesn't need to have the DD or and the horn stuff because she's not freaking Daredevil. But they want to make her into that though. I don't know, but hopefully it'll be better.
We shall see.
How the Ash just assumes he's gonna borrow my copies? That's called stealing.
He assumes so much.
All right, that was my number one. Skipitosh, give us your number one.
Well, you gotta do his countdown first.
Well, yeah, obviously.
We got a countdown. So number 5,
Casey Kasem voice.
Casey Kasem voice. Number 5, Nita Hawes, Nightmare Blog. Issue number 7, Image Comics. Number 4, Doer Powerbomb. Number 3, Daniel Warren Johnson, Image Comics. Number 3, Doer Powerbomb. Number 3, Image Comics. Number 2, Pulp, The Process Edition. Oversized hardcover, Image Comics. Edward Baker, Sean Phillips. And number 1, my most anticipated, the most hyped by creators and some of the reviewers and critics that I trust, Image Comics, Dennis Camp, 20th Century Men, number 1.
Oh, I thought it was Avengers.
Definitely not.
He's got jokes, this guy.
Yeah. Where
is this book? There it is. I get there.
There you go.
There you go. So what is 20th Century Men? I've never heard of this.
It looks like what is that? The Demon Etrigan?
Kind of. To me, it reminded me a little bit more of
the years
the Matrix Revolution when they were in those exoskeletons and they
yeah. It does kind of give me that vibe. Yeah, I like those. Dude, I love those when I saw that movie. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, that was awesome. Of course, being like a mech fan, Gundam and Robotech and all that stuff.
Oh, look at that. There you go.
That is pretty cool.
That is the cover that I am getting. But I'll just read it to you because I haven't read it, and this is a number 1, but I have seen preview pages. And I have, in preparation for this, because I heard everybody talking about, especially creators I like W. Maxwell Prince of Ice Cream Man and Rockin' Robbie of Pop Culture Philosophers and many other people out there.
It's a Crimson Diamond. He's a hero.
Oh, Lord. Leave it to RDV to marvel it up over here.
Well, he's also gay. Now it's Marvel.
Well, I mean, Image Comics. That's all I gotta say. At the end of the 20th century, superheroes, geniuses, I believe that's genii, madmen, and activists rushed towards World War III. A Soviet iron hero, a superpowered American president, an insane cyborg soldier, an Afghan woman hell-bent on building a better life for her people. These strange yet familiar beings collide in a story that mixes history, politics, and comic book mythology into something totally new. Welcome to 20th Century Men, where the edges of our reality and fiction touch, overlap, and then explode. I'm the type of person where I love history and learning about I love learning about history. I don't love all of history, but I love learning about it. It's very interesting to me. And I have been into war stories. I haven't really told a lot of people about this, but like I just started getting into collecting romance comic books, and after that, the next like genre of older comic books outside of the modern, because I don't really read comics outside of the modern age that are cape stories. The only ones I really like are like romance. I like war stories. Those are going to be the next type of comic book that I collect. So I enjoy those types of tales, and and then comic book mythology. So to kind of put some of that in there, but not have it be the main ingredient, like all of this stuff really interested me. But more than that, when you see the art, like when y'all will see some preview pages, check out the art. It's incredible. It kind of not the style. It doesn't remind me of Mike Huddleston from Decorum with Jonathan Hickman, but the fact that the art style will change kind of throughout the book, depending on the era and the time period that we're in. Anytime artists do that, I know how much like extra effort they put into it, and that always interests me, especially when it looks good. And I just read Agent of World by Dennis Camp that he put out issue number 1 through Scout Comics. And I like in preparation for this, I went and I read that, and I was so unsure at first, but by the time I got like halfway through the book, I was like, yeah, he's just one of those people that just kind of thinks on another level. I can't say he does stories like Jonathan Hickman, but how big his brain is and the concepts that he kind of thinks of and how far outside of like traditional imagination he thinks towards reminds me of like Grant Morrison, Jonathan Hickman, etc. It's like it feels more fresh, it feels fun, and it just feels a little more expansive than a lot of the more simplified stories that I get and I like. So for me, this is a good contrast against like a Do a Power Bomb and a Firepower. As much as I love those simplified, straightforward stories with like, very core, straightforward, understandable like components, I love stuff that expands my mind and makes me think outside of myself, but also puts in different ingredients that I like culture and history and stuff like that. So Dennis Camp really, really, really proved to me that he has all of the potential to be like the next, blazing, hot, interesting writer that people are going to find out like what is the temperature, like where are the new thinkers in modern day comics and what kind of like who are those people. He's one of them to me.
It's gonna be great. This is a prequel to Geiger. Tight.
Well, it's not Jeff Johns.
I know it's not, but still be cool.
Because it's post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for some more Geiger or anything in there.
So if this was 2022 Marvel, it'd be like where your reality explodes by the touch of 20th century men. There you go. That's your write-up.
Oh my gosh.
Told you.
That's why I'm glad RDV did not do the write-up.
The sequel series will be called 21st Century Them. Says Ash.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Ash.
The peanut gallery over here.
I know. Well, Ash, enjoy it while you can and buy the comic and support Dennis Camp, and let's see. Because he posted some preview pages for one era, and then he posted some in a connected tweet for another. And yeah, it's just one of those. I mean, for me, I can like, we all have what we like in comics. We find our niche, we find what works for us, and we go after that. But I'm someone who I like to go outside and just see who's kind of pushing the bounds a little bit, because that's exciting to me. That's the new comics. That's the new direction comics are going into. I had a text conversation with Jimmy, Comics Quirks by Jimmy, last night, and I was telling him,
Oh yeah.
I told him we're outside of the modern era right now. We're entering the postmodern era, but we haven't marked it yet, because modern still says that it's 1985 to now. But most of the time, you don't mark the end of an era while you're in it. You mark the end of it or the start of it once you're like 5, 7, 10 years into it. I believe that modern comics pretty much stopped. I'm gonna mark the end of the Ultimate Universe. I feel like Secret Wars was the end of it. I feel like the peak of Bendis, like as Bendis started coming out of his peak, is when the modern era comics started to end. And I believe like all new, all different Marvel. Not that I liked all of it or whatever, but I think it's just a very apparent and obvious marker for postmodern comics. And
I think you could say that. Yeah. What was that? 2015.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I would have said
we've
modern
been in
started
it for a
like
while.
I would have said that modern for me modern to me personally would have been like much later than 1985. Would have been like 2000.
Yeah, well, I'm just
At the
saying
years
like
you're born.
I'm just saying like
Marvel.
when people look at the Silver Age, Golden Age, and all that stuff, like where the markers already are, people say that like it is widely accepted that 85 was like the beginning of the modern era. So I was born in 85, so personally it's hard for me to mark it because I was just a twinkle in my dad's eye. But if we're going by that marker, I believe that 2015 is the end of it, and I believe we're in the postmodern age already. So for better or for worse, just like then, like it's not like great comics or just like every comic that came out was great. Maybe we could say more were better, but hindsight is 2020. Now that we're here now and we're in the postmodern era, I'm trying to find where the pulse is and who are the creators that I believe are really pushing the bounds. And someone like a Dennis Camp is someone who was obviously inspired by Grant Morrison, obviously inspired by Matt Kent, obviously inspired by Jonathan Hickman and such. So like those are the writers that I'm looking to see where are they going with their stories. And
I can't wait till we get 20 years from now. All the writers are inspired by Vita Alea.
It's so funny that you say that, because no, that's something that I was seriously considering. I'm like, okay, like, so there's gonna be writers that are inspired. Like, I feel like it's less because I don't feel like our audience is big, but like, I'm thinking of all the writers that Bendis
Jeff Johns was inspired by Neil Adams, or not writers, but as far as like creators. So would be like John Byrne, Claremont, and all them. But you look at today, like Hickman, and it's like, who's gonna be inspired by Hickman? Who's gonna like
Tons of people already are.
Who's the next Johnny Cates?
This guy, I can say Dennis Camp is easily like inspired by Jonathan Hickman. But that's the thing. I think those writers were just now like starting to hear more about them, and not all of them have even kind of come up to the surface yet. Like some of them are working through their books. Like you don't really, these days in comics, you don't really start to hit your stride and get your shine. So you're like, like past your early 30s, kind of like mid 30s and on, is when you start to hit it.
Skip, I found out your secret. I found out that you don't really read these books. You just look at the lettering.
Well, if I'm looking at the lettering, then that's how that I have to be reading them, right? But yes, Aditya Bidikar is in there, and of course,
you're like, I don't care about the story. I just want to look at the lettering. It's
I just want to look at the letters. If it's Aditya Bidikar, if it's who's the other dude? Haas Otsman Alhau, or if it's Russ Wooten, then I'm like, oh yeah, show me.
It's like I don't even need the pictures. Just give me the lettering.
That's it. I just like books. I don't know why I buy comics.
Right?
The pros. Just give me the scripts.
There you go.
I want the Bendis pop-up books. That's what I want for kids.
Bendis pop-up books. No, why?
Look, you can de-age John with the slider.
Oh, you are trying to sell a lot of people's worst nightmare. If you would have said that while like Tevio was here, oh my gosh, you would have broken his heart.
If I would have said that, he would still be going to next week when we come on live.
Probably. He would buy that book to burn it. He would do so many videos doing so many bad, rageful things to that book.
Tevye is very passionate about the things that he hates, as well as the things that he loves. I just tend to see him reacting more to the things he hates than the things he loves. Lately, poor guy.
Yeah, it's tough when you make someone when someone loves something so much and then it gets changed and altered. For some people, it's a bridge too far.
Crimes of passion.
Crimes of passion. That's what they are, my friend. Anywho, 20th Century Men. I'm talking it up a bunch, and I hope it lives up to the hype. But
I want the anime.
You said you want the anime.
anime.
Of course you do.
It looks like a manga cover. I'm sorry. This looks like, what was that, Pat Labor or one of those older animes?
Oh,
the mech suit animes.
I mean, I just think of all that. Like I said, like Gundam and Robotech are kind of the ones I lean into. Manga.
Oh, at least it's not like Avengers mech striker line.
Hey,
you talk about Avengers.
That's a fun book, man. It's a fun book.
Who's writing
So's
that book
the DC.
again, Zach?
That one, the new
Isn't it
one,
Christos Gage?
It might be. Hang on, let me back up. Let me find it. I just actually had it pulled up here. Mech Strike, the Monster Hunters, and it is Christos Gage. Yeah. Then there's also Kenny Porter, who is writing the DC mech one. There's 2 mech books going on right now. So yeah, they're fun. I like this new one. This new one's been really fun.
Do you see the 3 books that he's reading? All in common?
He's credited with.
No.
He's not reading them. He's credited
Skip's reading these books.
Oh, well, why does it say credited with these comics?
Because it's done by his favorite letter.
He's saying just because it did.
Okay.
It all makes sense. But yeah, so you get the new Batman book then. Skip, support your boy.
I am. I've been reading it. I've been buying the Chip book.
See, I told you.
Yep, and I've been buying Swamp Thing.
It's the world's finest. I'm talking about though.
Is he? Diddy is doing the.
Yeah, he's the letter.
Yeah. I mean, that might be the only thing to get me to buy it. I do not care about World's Finest. I don't care. It's just so hard for me to care. Look, I'm reading 2 Batman books right now. Okay, I just need people to appreciate the fact that Skip is buying 2 ongoing Batman books right now, and Zach is doing it too because we're twins. So that's the most anyone can ask out of me.
Aren't you guys?
Never happened in life. Never happened in life that I would. Never did I think I would be getting 2 Batman books ongoing,
especially after Rebirth,
at the same time.
Right.
I'm shocked and flabbergasted.
And flabbergasted.
I'm shocked, but I'm not that shocked.
I am.
I definitely am. I was nowhere near.
I'm more shocked than Skip reading the book. Skip hates capes.
I read every character DC puts out except for their flagship character. I will read D-list characters. I will read Booster Gold or Blue Beetle before I read Batman.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why diss my boys?
I know we like them, but the public at large has no idea who those characters are. They only know Batman.
Pretty much.
You throw them out in the bottom of the barrel. It's just,
I'm not throwing them in the bottom of the barrel.
I'll read these guys before I even read Batman.
Well, it's true. I do. What do you want from me? Anyway.
Lots of things.
Ash seems to think that he can borrow books from us. I don't know where he's getting this idea.
Well, he doesn't realize he has to have a library card, and it costs money if he doesn't return the book.
I mean, does he know how much shipping costs, like mailing from Louisiana to California? Like that's a drive.
I'd imagine it's probably the same price as from where I am. You know?
Oh, you think so? Hey, I guess so.
He's borrowing especially if he borrows my book from you, because I borrow my book to you, and then he has to get.
Am I borrowing your book? Or are you borrowing my book? Nobody's borrowing my books. My books are mine. They stay here. They stay in these boxes.
They're mine.
They stay in these boxes, and they can like stack up until I finally.
I thought Zach was a nice one, but I guess I was wrong. It's never a good thing to assume things, Ash.
That's true. Ash, you're a good friend, but I don't loan stuff to my friends that live here next to me because I know I never get them back.
My only problem with this cover, he looks like a gorilla.
I think he's like hunched over. He's like playing football or something.
Because his head's in the ground. It's just like the way the thing is scrunched over. But,
yeah, a little bit.
He's Crimson Diamond.
You know what I realized? Dadgummit, my wallet's gonna get hit extra hard tomorrow because I got to pick up my books from last week too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because
Oh
you're
my
out of
gosh.
town.
Dang it!
Yeah.
I knew I should have gone to the LCS in Florida. That was an hour and a half away.
Yes, indeed. But
All
yeah, there you
right.
go. That's
it.
That's it.
What did Ash or Undead Quinn have their #1 books in the chat? Did we go?
They
I
might
didn't see
have, but
those.
nobody's getting Undiscovered Country number 20, or is that Ash?
no, Ash is. He had
Okay.
listed it.
Yeah.
He had listed it.
But it wasn't a number 1.
No, his #1 is the only #1 there should be. Firepower, baby.
Power.
Number 23. And then Undead Quinn. I'm going to scroll up here. His #1 is Do a Power Bomb #3.
Very nice.
Do a barrel roll, Fox.
Do a
Sorry.
barrel.
Every time I hear that, it's like. All right. So that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And then we'll see you guys on Thursday for the follow up. I'll probably start around 8 o'clock just so I can get through my books. Because I always have a lot of books. I get books from E. Actually, no, this week I won't have any books from E's auction, but I might have some back issues. Events, but so and this week's retrospective is continuation of the Batman. So if little Zachy hasn't read that yet,
I'll get on that tomorrow.
I believe it's 474, 475, and 476. I think.
Yes, that is correct. Detective Comics, yeah.
Yes, Detective Comics, Batman Detective Comics.
Yep.
First appearance of Post Crisis Deadshot, and then Sign of the Joker, and I forgot what the other one's called. All right, so
we'll let you know.
See, and also stop back tomorrow, I believe tomorrow night. Resident Alien review with the puppets, and then as well as a She-Hulk, I think. Maybe.
I think She-Hulk come out on the 8th? I think that's Friday it comes out.
Thursday morning.
Oh God, no. I can't do it. I have to be at work Friday morning. No.
It's Thursday morning though.
No. Wait, Thursday morning?
Yeah, instead of being Wednesday morning, it's Thursday morning. Is at I don't know why, but they decided to.
Interesting. They bumped it, so it's not Friday at midnight. It's Thursday at midnight.
Thursday at midnight.
Oh, okay. Well, then I may be able to swing that then. Friday, I got to be up early. I actually have like appointments and meetings I have to be at Friday morning, so it's like I can't do midnight on a Thursday.
Well, you better shave that off then. What you got?
Oh, I just shaved yesterday. Not yesterday.
I can see it already.
I know.
Or is that dirt?
It grows like crabgrass, man. Anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
You have crabs in your face.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Skip. Thank you, Zach, for being here this week, actually showing up. To all the true believers, have a good night. And as Ash always says, read good comics. Good night, guys.
Do it.